y'all, it's Cindy and Barbie, and I'm back with another video. So before we even get into this video, you already know what it is. You already know what's up. You should be doing it now. If I'm an unfamiliar face to you guys, or you guys have never seen me before, hi, it's me. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. If you want to keep up with me, because I don't post very often, but when I do, you want to catch it. So go ahead and pick that, go ahead and click that click that bell notification located up above or down below, wherever it's at. And also, like I said before, like, comment, subscribe. But anyways, enough of the chit chat. Let's get right into this video. Today's video is gonna be a story time. You guys love my story time, so I'll come back to you guys with another one. And it's gonna be a work story time. And you guys, I have so many work story times. I haven't even scratched the surface. But I'm just gonna talk about this one because this one was kind of recent. And I just gotta get this shit off my chest. I gotta get it off my chest. So before I start, I want to get you guys in a little backstory. So this is a Black-owned business, and this is not my first Black-owned business that I've worked at, but every single time I work at a Black-owned business, it always ends in tragedy. And I feel like I do this to myself because I always say I'm not gonna work at another Black-owned place. I've worked at like about 3 of them now. No, 4 of them. I've worked at 2 bars. I've worked at a spa, and I've worked at a restaurant now. And before you guys say anything, yes, I understand. Black-owned businesses, Black power, it's beautiful. I love it. We love it. But sometimes they're not always in the right, and sometimes they don't treat their workers with the respect that they deserve. And that's all places. I just feel like I'm rambling too much, so let me just go ahead and get to this video so you guys can just get what I'm talking about. So this happened like around January, mid-January, like so late to mid to late January. And I was applying for another bartending position because I really want to bartend, you guys. So I went on Indeed and I was applying for different bartending positions. And I came across this position for this new restaurant, a Black-owned restaurant that was hiring for everybody. They weren't even open. So they were hiring for bartenders, for servers, for cooks, for all that good stuff. Well, I'm gonna give this place a name. This place is...
While filming this, I didn't put an actual name for the place, so we're just gonna call this place Brunch, just so I can have a name for the place and so you guys know what I'm talking about.
So I applied for a job, I went in for an interview, and of course I got the job. Duh, like, I always get the job. Like, I always get the job. So I had orientation with them. Everything seemed really promising. Like, everybody was so nice. The owners, the management, everybody was just so nice. Everybody just seemed like, it seemed like a family kind of like environment. And even with me working there, I was only there for like 2 months. But a lot of the people I worked with, I really did like them. So mind you guys, when I first started, we didn't even have our drink menu set up. We had no drinks. We had no drink, period. Like, we didn't have any idea. We didn't even have a bar. We always have to wait for the news about whether or not, what the drinks were gonna be. Like, they were always telling us like, oh yeah, we gotta get our liquor license. We gotta do this, we gotta do that. So we really didn't get our liquor menu until like mid-March. Like, sort of like the second week of March, so second week of our opening day, our opening month. So we finally got everything together. We were setting up the bar, we were setting up the drink menus. One of the bar managers, he went to a different state for training, and then they brought like the drink menu in. Y'all, I helped out with everything. Like, I set the bar up, I set the liquor up because there was a whole bunch of liquor, and we set up the bar. I set up the drink menu with them. Like, I helped them come up with the names and everything. So I was like really into this thing. I went through training. Like, I went through like 5 days of training. Like, I went there for like 3-4 hours. Half the time we weren't even doing anything. We were just sitting down, just like waiting. But like, everything that we did prior to us setting the bar up, I helped with. Us having the drinks so late, we had to learn the bar menu, we had to learn the ingredients. And I don't know if you guys, comment down below if you're a bartender, so you probably understand my pain about actually like learning this stuff, and we had a lot of drinks. We had about, if I could say, I think we had about 20 different drinks. Plus we had kid drinks. They were like little kiddie cocktails, so we had to learn those. We had to learn everything. We didn't even get a chance to really like practice for real before we actually started like broadcasting the drinks and just like telling everybody we had a drink menu. So after probably about like, I want to say 2 weeks, I kind of got the menu down packed. and I started like making drinks like it was nothing. So this place gets a lot of traffic, and so I'm gonna give you guys a setup. This place is really tiny. Like, it's tiny to be a brunch spot. Like, I don't even understand why they would pick this location, but I think it used to be like a smaller restaurant, like not even like a sit down restaurant. I think it used to be like a Chinese spot, because it has like a small kitchen. So it used to be like a place where you cook food. The space is really tiny. Like, the area everywhere is really tiny. Even with us seating guests, we had 15 tables and we had 11 chairs at the bar. So there wasn't a lot of stuff a lot of people we could sit. You could probably fit maybe 50 people in there if you want to squeeze everybody in there. Saying that, there wasn't a lot of room at the bar. So there'd be times where we would be at the bar and you would probably have like 5 people behind the bar, but it was only meant for 2 people, like 2 bartenders at the most. And if you wanted to squeeze somebody else back there, it'd be a little tight squeeze, but it was only meant for 2 people in the beginning. So around the time with this popularity of this restaurant, we were getting a lot of traffic. So they were we had reservations out the ass. Like, we probably had, like, there's one time, no, almost on every Sunday when we did our soft opening, we had about 200 reservations. Like, easy, 200 people coming in and out, and we were open from 8 to 3. So it was just like back to back to back to back people, and they never really gave people a chance to like sit and wait. They wanted to seat them immediately. So there was a co-owner and there was managers. There was the owner, the co-owner, and then there were the managers, like the management team. Co-owner, I'm gonna give these people some names. So the co-owner, I'm gonna name him yeah, because he's a co-owner, whatever. But him, not only did he work there, but his girlfriend worked there with him. And I'm gonna name her Boss, because she was the real boss there. Like, the co-owner, honestly, I feel like personally, he didn't even make the decisions himself. He really mostly relied on her, and he pretty much was just like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, we're gonna go like that. And one of the managers who was there all the time, I'm going to name him salesman, because he used to be a salesman. And salesman like to sit people all the time. Like, they like to sit everybody. As soon as you walked in, if you had an empty table, they like to sit them right there. So on this particular day, it was a Friday, and it was me and it was like the bar manager. They made him the bar manager, and they had this new bartender who was working at the time. Like, they were training him to work and stuff. So at this particular time, it was super, super busy. I was the main bartender, so I was the one making majority of the drinks. And while the bar manager was there, he was mostly there to train and to like, do numbers and stuff. He really wasn't there to, help me out or anything. So I was pretty much in there by myself, like, because the other bartender, he was new. He really didn't know what he was doing because he was getting trained. So this particular day, it was super busy, and they gave me the full bar, and they gave me the chef table, which is our party table, and I also had 2 tables out on the floor. They sent me the party table once, and then I had 8 top at the party table, and at one point I had 5 people at the bar, and I had my 2 tables, they were taken on the floor. So I did the party table, and after I did that first party table, I was just like, you know what? I can't take these tables anymore, like this party table, because this is a lot. And I'm already falling behind on drinks. And I have these other tables and these people at the bar that I'm taking care of too. So I don't really think I can handle all these tables at one time. So they gave the party table to somebody else. And I still had the 2 tables on the floor, and I still had the full bar. So as it was getting more and more hectic, like, they were sitting people, as soon as people got up, they were sitting them. And one of the girls who I worked with, she was a bartender also, she was actually there, she was actually sitting at the bar. So they had her get up and they had her help me make drinks. But not only that, the bar managers helped me make drinks. At one point, there was like 8 people behind the bar. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. There was like 8 people behind the bar. Not only do I have all these people behind the bar, I have the co-owner, I have boss, I have salesman. They're all asking me, hey, how do you make this drink? How do you make this drink? What goes in this drink? Hey, can you do? And I'm just like, with me doing this and with me having to deal with doing the drinks and having to serve my people, and it's just like I couldn't do all of that one time. And the fact that they were asking me how to make certain drinks was stressing me out even more. It goes on for a while, and eventually, we close and everything's all good. And well, I think everything's all good. So about the next day, my schedule was updated and I didn't have the 2 prior bartending shifts that I had coming up. Like I bartended on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So that was the only time I worked there. So on my schedule, they updated it to where they took me off on Sunday and they put me as a server on Tuesday. So I come in there and immediately salesman pulls me to the side and he's just like, oh, can I talk to you for a minute? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, what's up? They had a group meeting. I wasn't a part of the group meeting, but it was about me, apparently. But they had a group meeting, and they said that after the fiasco Friday, they felt like I was too frantic, and they felt like that I couldn't handle the whole entire situation because I was too frantic during the situation. So they decided to demote me to a server until I was able to not be as frantic. But they did tell me that I could be a bar back or a backup bartender just in case they need another bartender. Y'all, when they told me that, I was looking at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you must be joking. Like, this must be a joke that I have to wake up out my fucking bed. And not only apparently there was a meeting about me, not only that, but the fact that you guys talked about it, you guys didn't even give me a chance to even explain myself. You guys didn't even consider the fact that, hey, you know what? She's been with us since we opened. Maybe we should give her a chance to, like, you know, tell us what happened, or at least give her a chance to, like, you know, let us know what happened so that we can rectify the situation. So after they tell me that, my mood was like off for the rest of the day. And it was just even the fact that they were just like, are you mad? Are you mad? They were just like, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Are you mad? Like, oh, I think she's mad. Like, I was like, no, I'm not mad. I was like, y'all can just take me off the schedule though. And they were just like, what are you talking about? And I was just like, since I'm not bartending, I don't want to be a server. I'm not going to just be a server here. I serve somewhere else. But since you guys want to do that, I decided that I'm just going to start working just Sundays and that's it. So I went from working 3 days to 1 day, and they were just like, okay, well, we're gonna come up with a situation. We're gonna figure something out. But I'm just like, if y'all figuring something out is not putting me back behind that bar, I'm just working 1 day. I went home and I re-updated my availability and I changed it just to Sundays, and they took me off the schedule for a week and a half. So I was just like, wow, like this is some petty shit. Oh no, before I even left, Co and Boss came in there because they after I heard the news and everything, they were supposed to come in because they do come in every day. So when I was working, Boss talked to me first and she was just like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, are you doing good? Are you good? And I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just working. You already know it. You already know the deal, stuff like that. But in my head, I'm just like, girl, you already know what you did. Like, you already know what's going on. You already know that I know. So the fact that you're trying to kind of like be in my face and you're trying to be funny, like, I didn't like that at all. So after we closed and everything, Co was going around trying to make sure everything was good. He was going around cleaning. And then before I left, he was I could tell he was kind of reluctant to like speak to me because he already knows what the fuck happened and stuff. But I'm not gonna walk up to somebody and ask them what they got going on. Like, you gotta bring that to my attention. But before I leave, I clock out, and then he's just all like, hey, before you go with the bar, make sure this and this, because you are a bartender, so you need to do this and this. And I'm listening to him. I'm just like, yeah. But in my head, I'm just like, bitch, you know goddamn well that you guys did what the fuck you did. You did some shady ass shit and you demoted me. And the fact that you're not bringing it up and you're making it seem like I'm still bartending, like that was beyond me. So after I was off for a week and a half, I hit them up after like 6 days, like 5-6 days, because they had put me on the schedule, and I'm just like, I hit them up on the shift app and I'm just like, do I still work here, you guys? Because I said I can work Sundays and y'all haven't put me on for the past Sunday, and y'all updated the schedule and I'm not working this Sunday. So they were just like, oh yeah, you're gonna be on the schedule for next Sunday. Mind you, they had already made the schedule already, and I had already seen that I wasn't on the schedule. So I'm just like, okay, well, they're probably gonna update it. We'll see. We'll see what they do. So after about, I want to say a couple more days, it was probably about 3-4 more days, I get an update for the schedule in my email, and it says your schedule's been updated. But before that, like, they messaged me and they were just like, hey, well, on the shift app, they were just like, hey, so we're gonna be open a little bit longer this day, so can you come in and work here, or what date or what time can you stay till? But mind you guys, this was Easter Sunday. So I'm just like, okay, so y'all didn't have me on the schedule at first. Something must have come up. Somebody probably was like, they can't work Easter Sunday. And now y'all hitting me up talking about y'all need me at work. So I didn't reply back because I was just like, you know what, I'm not even going to say anything back, because I was still deciding if I even wanted the job at this point, because the way that they treated me was on some BS. So I was still deciding if I even wanted to continue working there. So I didn't even say anything to them about what time I could like leave from there. So they just made my schedule and they put me on till 6 o'clock. And we don't close till 3, but they put me on till 6 o'clock. But they also made my schedule for the next 2 weeks, and they put me on as bartender those next 2 weeks for the same days, for the days I used to work originally, like for Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. My spirit was just like, you know what? I don't even think I want to return to this place. Like, I don't even think I want to come back. Because to be real, you guys, me working at certain spots where there's like a lot of like females and stuff, a lot of times I'll be minding my own business, but a lot of times these girls, they just be jealous as fuck. They just be petty as fuck for no reason. And they just hate on you before you even, they don't even know you. So honestly, with this decision, I feel like it wasn't even a group decision. I really just feel like boss just told them like, you know what, this happened and I feel like this should happen. And then no one else wanted to go against her, not her dude, even though he's a co-owner, but he didn't want to go against her. The management didn't want to go against her. So they pretty much were just, okay, yeah, I guess that's how it goes. So not only was that the case, no one had enough integrity to stand for me and be like, you know what, that's wrong. We can't do her like that. That's wrong. So the fact that not only was it, I feel like it was a sole decision based on a petty reason, it was the fact that nobody decided to like, you know, stand up for me. He updated my schedule. I went on the shift app and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put in my resignation letter, like my it wasn't even gonna be a 2 weeks. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just wasn't gonna go there. Like that schedule that they put up, I wasn't gonna work none of those days. But I just want to be professional. You know, I'm trying to be more professional since I'm getting a little bit older now. So I went to like, you know, write them a letter, explain why I was quitting, and, you know, just leave it at that. I wrote them the note on the shift app, well, the letter on the shift app, and I'm going to read you guys what I said, but I'm going to post it right here so you guys can see it, because I still have it in my notes just for this video. But I said, hey, so after me thinking about it, I have decided that I will no longer work here. I feel like the situation that transpired wasn't necessary, and the fact that everything was done behind my back and there was no conversation had beforehand shows that I am of no importance to this establishment. I just don't fully feel comfortable working at a place that doesn't see my value and doesn't believe in my abilities. I appreciate the offer for my bartending shifts back, but I have decided that I'm grateful for, I appreciate the offer for my bartending shifts back, but I had to decline this offer. I am grateful for the opportunities that were bestowed upon me. I wish you guys the best luck in your future endeavors. And I just left it at that. And then I sent it. And like about maybe 2 minutes into me like thinking like, okay, did I send it? Because I wanted to make sure I had sent it. Because I had put it in my notes, but I didn't know if I really copied and pasted and put it in the shift app. So I go back on the shift app. You guys, they blocked me on the shift app. They blocked within, I don't even want to say 5 minutes, because I checked back in 2 and 3 minutes and I was blocked. So they blocked me on the shift app. Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, that's so crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. Like, and this is why I'm not really, every time I'm professional, people decide to just be petty and just take me off the schedule or do some little petty ass shit. But yeah, you guys, they blocked me on the shift app, and honestly, there's no love lost. Like, I honestly don't even know what to say. Like, I said my piece. I stood up for myself. I decided not to take crumbs, and they decided to just block me instead of responding back or even just saying, okay, we understand, we appreciate you telling us. They didn't say any of that. They just blocked me. So that's the end of my story time, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys got to the end, you're a rock star. If you didn't, do better. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching my channel, for supporting me, for watching all my videos. Just thank you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd still be doing this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but you know, your positive comments and your support really does help a lot. So I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.